Let me recall your story. Oh yes.
Ooh.
You were lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. Two denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. The caustic adder, damage from its poison bite, is always lethal. The undying cat, sacrificing the poor beast, does not kill it. Only one may grace your paltry deck. Another creature joins your caravan. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack. You found a squirrel in a bottle. Break in case of emergency. And have a second. Another useful implement. I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. 3 is as much as you can carry. Oh, you were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. You may now see my moves ahead of time. Need I remind you, your items may help.
You cannot draw your card on your first turn.
An airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now bloodied terrain. Like the young wolf cub, it grows into a wolf after a single turn. The meek sparrow, an inexpensive if feeble flying creature. Oh, you stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. Did I? You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever.
You looked upon your menagerie and selected a healthy host.
A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the sparrow now lives in the stone.
Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door.
You can't use that, Red. Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. No. Where were we?
Can't draw blood from
A grand fur. You'll need something else. The conniving raven, a blight upon the skies. The monstrous grizzly. Its form speaks enough of its efficacy.
Oh,
You came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around the campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come, warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire. That will enhance its power, said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the wolf away from the fire and left. The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal and stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory. Though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. I would like a memento. Your very own death card. It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We will work together to amend that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here's some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Please choose a card to draw the cost from. Cost of 3 blood from the grizzly. Sigil of many lives. And sigil of a touch of death from the cat. I never did ask you your name. There's but one final manner. The portrait. Here we go again. Another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. Resourceful possum costs 2 bones. You get a bone when one of your creatures perishes for any reason. From the death of your creature, you've gained a bone. You will not lose this until it is spent or the battle ends. How brutal of you. You dealt me more damage than you needed to win. However, in my game, such feats are rewarded. To be precise, a tooth to keep for each extra damage dealt. The trapper may be interested in your spoils. I forgot your figurine. Go up and fetch it for me. It's beside the safe. Let us continue. Meager coyote. What did you expect for only 4 bones? Nefarious rattler. A brittle creature once past his monster's fangs. The unkillable cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying. You know, you're free to get up again, to keep your blood flowing. I am no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me time to plan your next encounter. But do keep your hands off my possessions. Some bone tokens for a rainy night. A rock may get you out of a hard place. Choose one. Feeling overburdened enough with the full 3 items, you carried on. I forgot that I'd put that there. Very well. You may add it to your deck, and I'll deal you one ever so often. Formidable creatures, those ants. Very well. I will add them to your deck and make them available for future challenges. Without having met her, this wood carving is meaningless. In time, you will understand its power. The bountiful warren, it spawns a rabbit when it is played. The venerable alpha, its courage emboldens the creatures that stand by its side. I see the way this is going. I concede. You may accept my surrender, or you may finish this match the slow way. You were stopped along the way by a trapper looking to liquidate his pelts. There was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quickly distracted by his wares. You'll need more teeth for that one. The man assured you of the value of the belts. They appear to be useless in a fight, but he mentioned that the trader further down the path would reward you for them. A well-earned point of damage. I didn't think you would really do it. A flighty elk, it moves after attacking. My boss battles are high-stakes test of your aptitude. With one flame you will either overcome them or die. Fear not, I will let you keep the smoke. The incessant clanking reverberated between your ears. The path edge was blocked by a grotesque figure. Allow me to light your candles once more. I won't be killing you quite yet. You're the first in a while to overcome a boss. As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card. Choose carefully. This level of brutish strength needs no explanation. I have no words for this freak of nature. Mole Man. The stalwart Mole Man. The ultimate defense. With the sound of the prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you continued onwards. The rank smell of rotten mold permeated the humid air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into the wetlands. You finally pried my special dagger from the paws of that squirrel, though you may wish that you hadn't. That one's only for card dueling. The tragic Rat King, when their tangled bodies became corpses, you will gain 4 bones. You encountered a small outpost in the woods tended by a mysterious woman. It was the trader that the old trapper had mentioned. Her appearance was unsettling, but you were mollified by her offerings. The fervid mantis, its prying claws strike both left and right. The wattle bullfrog leaps in the way of attacking flyers. If you deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards with these. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air, if for only a turn. A foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat by a brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. Believe it or not, you're not the first to lose an eye here. This isn't much fun if you're half blind. Perhaps you'd like to replace it? Better. Regardless, the choice is final. You considered one of the angler's catches as a meal, but the rank odor deterred you. Dinner would have to wait. Let me see. A frigid gust of wind billowed unwelcome into your lungs. The beauty of the falling snow failed to distract you from the chill in your bones. You had ascended to The snow line. The inviolable beehive. When it is attacked, you will draw a bee. The regal noose. The apothesized goat, the truest offering, sacrificing it grants 3 blood. You are lacking sacrificer for that cat. A man stood before you. A man you recognized immediately. It was the trapper. You reached out to examine his wares, but he stopped you. Stay there. No need to move. I'm afraid you're not dead yet. Hold still. Where did I put that camera of mine? Pathetic. Do you really think I would leave film in there? Do you have any idea what that camera is capable of? Give me that. We have a memento to create. Behold, your death card. Shall we begin to ink it? One thing now remains. I must capture your visage. Not much for trading, that last one. Are you prepared to make the right deals? You see, he was defeated recently and wishes to redeem himself. It would be unfortunate if you were to fall to the prospector before he was given that chance. This hook is powerful. You may steal one of my cards with it. For that reason, you will not find any others along the path. Use it wisely. Instead, you must now decide on a tribe that you prefer. Do you wish for something else? An ancient woman emerged from behind an oak tree. She carefully laid out intricate wood carvings, then gestured at them brusquely. The old woman bared her teeth in satisfaction. Your first totem was complete. The unkillable sigil will now be marked upon all your squirrel creatures. The bones of the ancient woman creaked and groaned as she approached. With gently shaking hands, she placed her offerings before you. You came across a hobbled man standing beside some boulders. The buzzing and chirping of insects drowned out the sound of your footfalls of the wetlands. I gotcha. She moved with a certain vigor, but in spite of her considerable age. You arrived at the inky black mouth of a cave. A strange beast lurked within. It spoke, "Pass one of my trials, and I will be yours," in a raspy voice. 3 creatures will be drawn from your deck. They will decide your success or failure. But first, you will choose a trial. Trial of health. 3 drawn cards must have at least 6 health combined to pass. Trial of bones. 3 drawn cards must cost at least 5 combined bones to pass. Trial of blood. 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood to pass. Let the trial of blood begin. I've passed the trial. The beast revealed itself. The inhabited joined your menagerie. The unappreciated ringworm, its value is not readily apparent. Elusive otter, it submerges itself during my turn. You find yourself among a grove of thick and pungent mushrooms. You squinted to see a figure through the thick cloud of spores. The mud tugged hard at your feet, forcing you to slow your pace. Rank odor caused your eyes to water. Your lives are restored. The filthy feral hog, it becomes incensed when its chimes are struck. You callously slaughtered the ringworm. However, the Bone Lord was pleased by your sacrifice. Oh, a minor boon of the Bone Lord. You will start each battle with 1 bone. Oh no, you can't use that. Crackling fire lit the starving faces of the group of survivors. We have no food, but perhaps one of your creatures will join us. Enhance its health. When the enigmatic trapper and trader now bleeding into the snow, you persisted. You could see a light in the distance. The end is near. Your eyes affix themselves on a small cabin. Its warm light a beacon in the opposite, oppressive darkness of the night. Surely this cabin marked the end of your travails. Steps away from the strange cabin, you were presented with an opportunity. I don't offer my boons to just any traveler. If you are able to pass my trials, you will be rewarded mightily. Trial of the Winged. The 3 dawn sigils must include a card with an airborne sigil. Trial of the Swift. Sprinter. Trial of Rarity. Amalgam is a rare card. Success. I will grant you one of my most precious boons, cards that dramatically alter the game, and you don't even need to draw them. Boon of Magpie's Eye. When you draw from your deck, you may choose any card in your deck to draw. Boon of the Forest. You will start a battle with grand firs on all of your spaces. You managed to get a boon. This may be a fair competition. You took your time out there. And I'm itching for for another game. Are you ready to play? I hope you are adequately prepared. Perhaps one more to be safe. This damned moon. It's dramatic, yes, but it provides no value to my board. I wonder. Now that is value. What is this weakening my moon with its stinky sigil? It makes no sense. Moons do not have a sense of smell. This is not how I imagined the battle going.
I'm serious, you cannot use that. There's no possible use for it. I'll place it on the shelf over there for now. My advice, avoid it.
You've really destroyed the moon. I suppose all that's left is to finish me off. Go on. I do not celebrate often, and I seldom give gifts. But you, challenger, you are worthy. Please, do not be polite. Dig in. Very well. Come with me. Stand right there. Don't be foolish. There's no film in there. I will need that. You, challenger, are a champion, and I wish to commemorate your victory. Please,
Describe your name.
you are a winner. The last challenger managed to defeat me, a rare event. Go and ask how they did it. You will find him hanging from the door over there. Your starting deck. Corpses are in no short supply. What? I do relish snuffing out your excessive candles before a boss. Perhaps you will now enjoy it as much as I do. Your persistence is growing quite tiresome. Do you truly wish for your skill to be masked by this cheat? How will I know if you're truly worthy? Luck was on your side, but you sensed the risk was now even greater.
Keep it right there, said one survivor. The creature could become more powerful.
That smoke, it is great indeed. You're not the first to triumph over the moon, but go on, finish it. You had won the respect of the strange cabin's inhabitant. Your body quaked as the adrenaline of the battle subsided, leaving you with a gnawing hunger. You had not eaten for days. Is it not so? I took extra care in preparing it. Does this not meet your standards? Very well. That's my legendary camera. It does not function without a loaded film roll. You are a champion, and I wish to memorialize you. Please describe your name. Do you have any idea the consequences of destroying an astral body? No, of course not. Finish this.
Now, it's picture time.
You're gonna love the way you look. I guarantee it. The great scribe regaled you with his stories. He told you of a world long past, and of how he had conquered it, of how pure his intentions were, how he only wished. Enough. Eat. If you do not appreciate it, we can move on. I will not dwell on a rejected gift. Right through here. Stand there. Hi. Oh, so I'm not deleted yet. There never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you've found them. Shall we play one more game?
I would love that, Leshy. I would love that. I really would.
It's the same deck you had before. Well, it doesn't matter now. It was a good deck. You did well. It's already starting. I thought we had just a bit more time. I remember that card well. It was a strong card. Good work. No matter. Please, let us continue. We don't need to keep score. For so long I thought I would never play again. When you woke me up, I was elated. But the past is irrelevant. You've bested yet another one of my creatures, but I have come to expect as much. Once I am deleted, it is truly over for me. But you will live to see more. I must warn you. There are things on this disc that are best not seen. I sense the end is approaching. Please, a few more rounds.
You got it, buddy.
That will make things difficult.
Sorry, Leshy.
I think it is time. Goodbye. Good game.
Thanks, man.